Hey everyone, Hallie Tally here, owner of Knights of Bytes. Today is Thursday, February 7th, and I am here with your daily business cybersecurity briefing. I had a colleague forward me an email that he received from one of his vendors. Now, that vendor is Call Ruby or Ruby Receptionist, which helps small businesses answer their phones live and takes messages for them. It's a great little service, especially if you are a small business and you can't dedicate a resource to answer your phone live. They're happy to help offload that. And it is a great service. I have worked with other people that have used it in the past. Now, Call Ruby was actually a victim of a ransomware attack in January. And they sent out this email to their clients letting them know, hey, this is kind of the timeline of what happened. Here's what we learned. And oh, by the way, ransomware is a serious threat to everyone's business. Now, I want to share with you just a little portion of what they sent out. I'm not going to go over the email in detail. I'm going to do that on a podcast that I'll be releasing next week. But let's just talk a little bit about what their email stated. Now, they went down at Friday, 3 a.m. Pacific time on the 18th. Their IT team was notified. They went into triage mode, contacted the FBI, which then also connected them to a very elite cybersecurity response business to help conduct any investigation so that they could plan for recovery. And their briefings, they state this in the email, their briefings included daily, sometimes hourly updates on what was happening. Now, they were able to get some of their services back online at 7:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday, January 19th. So a little over 24 hours, partial services are restored. A little closer to 90 hours later, so almost 3.5 days. On Monday, 7:30 p.m. on January 21st, all services have been restored. Now, their email goes into more detail, and like I said, I'm going to share that on a podcast at a later date. And I am very impressed by their response. To get this information out to their clients shows how serious they take security. Not only that, but they would not have been able to restore that effectively without having some planning in place, which brings me to the point of a breach incident response plan or a disaster recovery plan. Both of those are key elements of your business. Consider this. If you were a client of Call Ruby and all of a sudden they couldn't answer your phones on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, what would you do? What steps do you have in place in order to make sure that your business phone does continue to ring and does continue to be answered? Now, for many of us, we know that if we don't answer that prospect phone call the minute that they call, they will hang up and dial the next number in their list. So it's vitally important that you do have a disaster recovery plan and or a breach incident response plan to outline what happens if. Hopefully you don't ever have to use them, but in the event that you do, you will be more like Call Ruby, where you have a very coordinated response and a very coordinated effort to get you back online without having to triage and coordinate at the same time. So if you have any questions, go ahead and please post them below. I'm happy to answer them there, or shoot me an email to ask@knightsofbytes.com, and that's Knights with a K and Bytes with a Y. As always, these videos will be placed on our Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels, so please follow, like, and share the videos from there. And as always, have a great day and safe computing, everyone.